Hey everybody, Jim Perry here. So I've got a couple of hours, so I'm out detecting at a favorite park. The question comes up all the time, how is it that you get so lucky and find really, really cool items? And my answer is always, for every kind of cool item, I would guess I probably dig 100 pieces of trash. And for every extremely cool item, it's probably 1,000 pieces of trash or more. See, metal detecting is not only just about going out to exciting permissions in places where historical artifacts and really, really old coins or jewelry were at, but the majority of it is just going out to a local park or to your yard or maybe to the beach or an open grassy field alongside a park and just putting in a tremendous amount of work. It's not always about finding really, really cool stuff. A lot of times it's about just finding very ordinary things and carrying out a lot of trash at the same time. So today's video is a compilation of short clips from over the last week and a half or so of very average, normal, everyday hunts. So I crossed a large grassy field to get here today. Picked up a quarter and a penny on my way here. Several items of trash, and then once I got into the woods here, shotgun shell, another piece of ammunition, and then I've kind of got my first kind of significant target here. Rings up is a quarter on my simplex. I'm assuming that's what it is. Let's take a quick look at what it is together. So making my way up this trail and down just a couple of inches, flipped my dirt plug out, and it is not only the shape but the size of a quarter, so I'm going to assume that that's really what it is. Thickness of a quarter, got a lot of green patina to it. Let me get this cleaned up and we will take a better look at it quickly here before I move on. And that is exactly what it is. Nothing very old. 1966 quarter. I'm assuming has been out here quite a while because of the coloring on it. A very, very pretty green. See what else we might be able to find here. So that's a great example of an everyday find. Sounds great on the detector. Not the most exciting to dig, but I'll take it. So as I make my way kind of along the trails and through the woods here, take a look and enjoy a few of these clips from everyday metal detecting over the last week and a half for me. So, everyday detecting. Just out in a regular old park, working my way across the grassy lawn here, and just maybe inch and a half down, I just pulled a ring. I have to take a look. Let me clean it up here and see. Appears like it might be silver, but who knows, it could be a junk ring. Let me take a quick look here and get back to you. So it's so bright out where I just pulled this that I had to come over into the shade to clean it off a bit. I forgot a brush, so I didn't get it completely cleaned off. But this is a .925, so we did find silver today. It is a honkin' size, very, very heavy ring. Beautiful, beautiful ring. I did not expect that today. I'm grateful for it, but boy, I just thought with all of the pop tabs I've been pulling today, that I'd just be digging trash. I will take that and leave very, very happy. Very, very cool. Unique looking ring. I really like the design on it. And sometimes everyday metal detecting includes recovery of items that others have lost. So I have a friend who crashed on her bicycle coming off of this bridge very recently. Ran into her this morning. She said that one of her earrings was never recovered after the crash. Said I'd come out this afternoon to take a look, see what I could find. And I would have shown the find live, but it really literally took me less than 15 seconds to find it. So let me show you where it ended up. So again, this person was riding in this direction across the bridge, came to a crashing stop on this side of it, and off here on the side, really more of a visual find. I really probably could have seen it walking by, but not very likely if I wasn't swinging the detector. I did brush a little bit of the leaves aside here just to see if the shining that I saw underneath there was it, and this is it. So I will be sending her a picture right now and see if I could stop by her house this afternoon to return it. Very cool. Everyday metal detecting. Very, very common activity we take part in here. First find for the day today. I literally stepped on it. It was a surface find, less than 6 inches from my vehicle. Stepped out, actually stepped on it while getting set up. This is an area where we had our 4th of July celebration over the weekend. So someone lost their key fob for a Jeep. So what I'll be doing when I get home is I'll be contacting City Hall and posting this on the Spotted in Stewartville page for the owner to claim and be able to return that to them. So making my way across the parking area here before kind of heading off into another area where people parked. And just ran into this, not nearly as new a find. This was down probably an inch or an inch and a half. The Boy Scouts do have a camp out that happens just over in this area. So when one of them dropped this some time ago, either getting in or out of their vehicle. So another very typical hour and a half of metal detecting. A lot of times we pick up things not only that people have inadvertently or carelessly dropped and lost, but we also pick up a tremendous amount of stuff that people very carelessly leave behind as garbage. I've already gotten rid of most of the larger trash, lots of pop and beer cans out here today that are surface finds. Here's just a small fraction of the stuff that I found today. 4th of July necklace and a barrette, the vape, a key, a Boy Scout pin, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 quarters, 4 dimes, 3 nickels, and 30 pennies, along with the Boy Scouts of America neckerchief slide, and then the key fob, which really is of value, not to me, but to the owner of this. I've already reached out to City Hall, and I've also posted this on a couple of sites on social media, knowing that it'll be shared enough that I'm fairly certain that the owner is going to want that back as soon as possible, being that they are very expensive to replace. I would guess that this is probably $200 or $300 for the automobile owner to replace. So I am counting on a message or a phone call, I would guess, by tomorrow sometime, so I can get that returned to the owner. That is part of the excitement of this, is being able to not only share the hobby with others, to dig up a bit of history, but when we find items that are of value to the person who lost them, to be able to return them to their rightful owner. So, out detecting this afternoon with my son, Jordan. He's got a signal here. Just had this though, a little bit hoppy, but in the 60s, another very common item found out here. Either we find so many bottle tops that are really, really old. This would be a very, very old bottle opener. We'll see if there's a name of a distributor on it when we get it home and cleaned it up. So another very normal type of metal detecting for some is to detect at road and sidewalk tear-outs. Not really wanting to show exactly where I'm at, but I am at a road tear-out. And first significant signal was this. There's a design on it. I'm not sure what this is. It's actually a very, very soft material. You kind of see where I scraped it there. I'm actually able to scrape the edge of it off. Very, very soft, kind of a bluish clay type material. Cool design on it. Not sure if I'll be able to figure out what it is, but my plan is to work my way kind of down the street here, hitting as much of this as I'm able over the next hour or so. And one of the things you'll continually hear me say is to recheck the holes that you've dug. I did as I was about to walk away, and the other half of this piece was there. This may make it a bit more easy to identify, but I really am not sure. We'll see what we can find when I get home. And then just alongside one of the trails out here, I just found this. Not exactly sure which direction it goes. The interesting thing on it, because it's just big iron, I almost just threw it in my pack, was the interesting design down the end of it. Not exactly sure what this went to. Probably will not be saving it, but interesting out here in the woods nevertheless. So about an hour and a half or so into this, and it's time for me to head out. Nothing really exciting today. A couple more coins. Last hole just alongside the trail here, and I pulled this. This will be my find of the day. I have a lot of UMC Co. New Club shotgun shells, but this is a UMC Co. Club without the word new in front of it. Club shotgun shell, number 10 gauge. This just also happens to be now the oldest shotgun shell I have ever dug. This shell was made from the years 1885 until 1891. So, small victory for me on my way out. Put it in my pouch and clean it up and turn it into a refrigerator magnet at some point in order to give away or hang in our refrigerator. Some hunts are like that. As you can see in the clips from the last 10 days, I did not head out anywhere to special permissions. I intentionally wanted to show you what an everyday average, very simple hunt might look like. 30 minutes, an hour, hour and a half, maybe as long as 2 hours. Sometimes in a park, sometimes in an open grassy field. Sometimes you get really lucky and happen to find something really cool right away, and then nothing for the next hour and a half before you leave. Sometimes you work and work and work for nothing, and you find something on your way out. Sometimes you're out for an hour or 2 hours or even longer, and you leave with absolutely nothing but garbage. The point is, again, everyday, average, simple metal detecting hunts are not always really cool items that have a story to tell or significance or monetary value. Most of them are just very, very simple, short periods of time out in the park, alone with your metal detector and the bugs and the dirt, and in a beautiful day to enjoy nature. This is my favorite place to be. Most of the other hunts this week have been outside of the woods, but being in the woods is by far my favorite place to detect. As always, thanks for joining me again today. I'm glad to share a little bit more about everyday, average, simple metal detecting hunts and what they look like with you today. Hope to see you again soon.